Yeah, so I watched a couple of videos on YouTube. I was having issues with my 2004 Ford Explorer with the air coming out of the vents. I would crank this up on high and all sorts of noise. Sounds like the blower's blowing great and wouldn't get much ventilation out of the vents themselves. So after watching a few YouTube videos, thought I'd give it a shot and see what I can take a look at. So I removed the blower unit, and the blower unit is pretty easy to get to. It sits right underneath, or I guess right behind the glove box, and not too bad. Had a couple of screws here, 8mm screws, about 4 of them. You have to unplug the thing. So you got a plug right here. So you had to unplug it, which wasn't too bad. I'll show the plug here in a moment. So again, just to back out, get a view, we got the glove box. Got the glove box here. Going underneath the glove box, we've got the plug here. It has a clip at the bottom. You just pull the clip back and pull out, and it unplugs pretty easily. There's a cable here that was connected underneath the fan housing there. Again, another 8mm screw, pulled that out. There's this thing here. I have no idea what the hell this thing is, but it sits essentially, you can see, let's see, right under here we've got screws. Let me move that out of the way. The camera will focus better. So we've got a screw area right back here that it goes to, and it just sits here. Problem is, it sits right in the way and blocks one of the screws that you need to undo in order to get the fan out of the housing. Up underneath here, sorry, pretty tight space. Up underneath here, remove these. You can see the opening that's left when you remove the fan housing, or the blower itself. So one of the things I noticed right away, which is exactly what I saw on another YouTube video, so sort of duplicating that, is way underneath here, and I'm gonna get some light in there. You got a little screen. On top of that screen is some damn cover. That, I believe, is what is messing up my airflow. Again, the blower's sounding like it's blowing pretty strong, but I'm not feeling anything out of the vents. So, with a little bit of light on there, gonna turn the light on here on the iPhone, so you get kind of a better look at that. As you can see, there's a hole in here already, so I'm thinking this mesh thing is not doing all that great a job anyway. This is not like some of my other cars I played with. Nissan Muranos, Toyota Priuses, Dodge Caravans, where they have the internal cabin air filter, and it doesn't have that. What it has is this mesh and this thing that's just flopping around here. Just flopping around, look at that. So what I'm going to do now is try to find a nice way to remove this. From what I saw in videos, I saw, you know, again, the right way is to tear apart the whole fucking dashboard of the car. Sorry about the language. I'm just not gonna want to do that at all. So I'm gonna see if I can find another fix here, and we'll show you what happens. Again, this is a 2004 Ford Explorer, and I've got that piece of plastic sitting in the way. What I'd like to do, zoom out here, got the glove box open. And what I'd like to do is find a way to pull that piece of plastic, which is sitting right behind this area. I'd like to pull it out through this way. From what I saw online, there's no easy way to do it. What I'm going to try to do is remove these excuse me, these bolts here and see if there's some way I can just maybe wedge in here and just pry that damn flap out of there. But we'll see what happens here. Just to show this step real quick, got my wrench, 8mm on here. So the nice thing is all the things I've worked with on under here so far have all been 8mm, so that actually helps out really well. Again, I'm going to take out as many of these bolts as I can, see if I could drop this down just enough to where I can get that damn door out. Okay, I had to wrestle with one more screw. There's one more screw under that metal bar right here. Let me get my hand around here. Right here. Get that screw open, and this opens up pretty wide here. We've got a screwdriver wedged in there on that side, a wrench on that side, and then again, reaching up through the bottom, see we got this right here, and I'm going to be able to pull that out here in just a second, as long as I get two hands here. Alright, just to show you, I got it popped out through the door there, and we're going to pull this sucker right on out of here. Oh, a little wider at that end. There we go. And that, ooh, nice and dusty, is what was blocking my airflow, it looks like. Son of a gun. Came right off. Alright, so I'm going to take that off. And we'll put it back together and we'll see what happens. Just to show a bit of the reassembly. Got the blower unit. And we're essentially going to take this and shove it right back up in here. It has 3 bolts that held this in. Again, all 8mm. And we'll reassemble it, minus the door there. Just a little bit of video putting final screws back in here. As you can see, there you go. It's all plastic, so I don't think you need to tighten these things very tight. You see, here's the front screw. There's your screw on the side there. You got 3 screws holding the assembly up. Here's your plug again. So it just plugs in. This cable actually has its own screw right here. I'm gonna wait until I turn it on and test before I plug that sucker in. Felix, scaring the hell out of me, bud. I'm like, holy crap. My cat just jumped on top of the car. Yeah. That'll scare the hell out of you at night when you're working on your car. I did not seal the screws, or replace the screws up here yet, or the bolts. Left those off for the moment until I'll do the test here. And we'll see what happens. Oh man, that's on 2, and you can already feel the breeze. Not a great test. That little Breakmaster paper. That's what I'm talking about. That is 1000% better. Holy smokes. So much better. It sounds better, it feels better. Wow. Much better. So I'm going to turn it off for a minute. I'll show you one other thing that plagues. Again, the 2004 Ford Explorer, which is, from what I understand, similar to Mercury Mountaineers, I believe, is right up here. So what you're looking at is the servo, whatever you call it, actuator here. It's air powered. It has an armature. It comes in and out, and it activates the solenoid, who knows, but it activates the vents. So it controls your switch right here, what vents are getting air. True to form, Ford Explorers, notorious for the piece that connects to, which controls the door up here, the upper door, it breaks. So I took some Velcro and I just permanently Velcroed it up in the open position here. Now, it sucks if I want to use other stuff, but whatever. It works, and I live in Tucson, Arizona, so I'm not switching around too many things. I'm pretty much always on high air AC here. But again, that's another thing that plagues these vehicles. And to replace it here just looks like it would be a pain in the butt. Yeah, I don't know how I would replace that thing. Anyway, I'm going to replace the screws on here. I'm going to call this good. Again, just to show, we're inside the glove box area. I removed the broken door. Now, you might have an issue where leaves and some other things might be more prone to get in, but you know, I'll hold on to that door there and we'll deal with that issue another day. All right, got it all back together. All the screws are in. You can see the glove box is back in. Pop out sides here real quick. Got all the screws in here, and we're gonna call it good. Do one more test, one more run with it. Did my brake master favor there. Look at that. It's been so long since we felt the air that strong in this vehicle. Holy smokes. It sounds quieter. Also, should have ran a video of it before repaired. Because you can imagine, just like when you have a vacuum or a shop vac and you block it up, it just sounds loud as hell. And that's what our fan sounded like before. But now, I mean, this is beautiful. This is really nice. All right, signing off. Good luck with your repair.